The Gathering 2026. If God has been stirring something in your spirit, if you know there's another level He's been preparing you for, don't wait on this one. This is not just a conference. It's a divine appointment, a movement, a moment where heaven meets us and shifts things in our lives forever. Secure your spot today. Make those hotel reservations. Lock it in. Visit wafinternational.org to register and book your room through our group rate. You do not want to miss what God is going to do.
Hello, everybody. Listen, we are live tonight. I need y'all to go ahead and do me a favor. Welcome to what I call an intimate session for the Gathering 2026. I am super excited about what God is going to do in the next few days. We're literally 8 days away from the Gathering 2026. And I wanted to just take an opportunity to give you guys a little insight of what's going to be happening, to introduce our speakers and our moderators that's going to be with us this year. So here's what I need you all to do. I need you to go in right now, start sharing this message, invite somebody to come in to be a part of this live experience of the Gathering 2026. And when you do that, you are actually helping us spread the gospel to taking this message around the world. So I need you guys to jump in right now. Go ahead and start sharing this message. Get somebody on, let them know we're getting ready to go live. And I have a special opportunity where you all can register tonight and take advantage of some super great deals. This is why I'm telling you now, share this message, invite somebody to come on. Let me know where you're watching from tonight. And if you're a part of what God is going to do, I believe this. I want everyone to do something right now. This is going to be an interactive night. And so as we have all logged in tonight, I want you to get ready with your questions. I want you to be able to connect with some of our speakers that's going to be on here tonight. And if y'all guys could do me a favor, can y'all go ahead and drop in the chat right now, raising the standard? This is what God is doing. We are raising the standard in our lives, in our walk, in our relationships. It's understanding this. If you ever go back into medieval times, and every time that they will go into the battle, when one opposition is fighting the other opposition, they would take a flag, and the flag will represent whose side you were on. And they would lift that flag up. So anytime that you had gotten off or you had veered off a little farther to this side or that side, you knew which side you was on by the flag, looking for the flag. And that's what we're doing at the Gathering 2026. We are lifting up the flag and saying we're standing for Jesus no matter what this world is bringing our way. We are believing God that lives are going to be changed. We're believing God that you are going to get everything you need. Listen, go ahead and now start dropping in the chat right now, raising the standard. I believe that this is what's happening tonight. The Bible tells us in the book of Isaiah 62:10, it says, go through ye gates, prepare ye the way of the people. Lift up the standard for the people. And that's what's happening tonight. We're lifting up a standard. And I believe that's exactly what God is doing in this season. He's lifting up the standards. Some of you, you're facing issues. You're going through some things that you've never been able to do before, but some kind of way, God is saying, I'm letting you raise the standard. And He's allowing us to walk this thing out. Now, let me tell you, where you're watching from tonight, what city, what state, what country, because there are people coming in from all over the country. I want you to go ahead and drop that in now. And I got one more question for you. What do you believe in God to do end of 2026? I told y'all this is an interactive night. Can y'all go ahead and drop in the chat the city, the state, the country where you're watching from, and drop in the chat, what do you believe in God to do before the end of 2026? Listen, we got Dallas, Texas in the house. God bless you. Thank you so much for joining us. Guys, we got Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria in the house. Come on. Y'all go ahead and drop in the chat where you're watching from. What do you believe in God to do by the end of 2026? And while you're doing that, listen, share, invite somebody, tag somebody so that we can let them know there's a watch party going on tonight and we need them to join us. I got St. Pete in the house. Listen, I believe that God is going to do something. But I don't want to delay tonight. But I do want to ask you this question. People are asking, what is the gathering? The gathering is, y'all ready for this? Come on. I got Palm Harbor in the house. Y'all ready? I'm trying to get y'all excited tonight. I need y'all to give me some interaction. Now, y'all tagging, inviting somebody to come on? Because I want to say this one. People are asking me all the time. Alabama is in the house. Palm Harbor is in the house. Come on, y'all go ahead and jump in. But the question that I want to ask back is not what the gathering is, but what makes the gathering different. And it is a place where pastors, where entrepreneurs, where marketplace leaders, creatives, young adults are all coming into one space. And I believe God is going to do something supernatural. I just don't want people to come in about just an event. I want them to come in one way, and whatever they're coming in with, they're going to leave a totally different way. So the Bible says in Proverbs 27:17, it says, iron sharpeneth iron. And that's what's going to be happening in the room at the gathering. Our lives are going to be touched. People are going to, their creative juices are going to flow. People are going to start connecting with people, that things are going to start changing and shifting in their life. This is what's going to happen. That's what the gathering is all about. We're bringing different people from all walks of life coming together for 3 days. And I'm telling you, it's going to change your life. I got a question for you guys again tonight. If you've ever attended the gathering in the past 3 years that we've had the gathering, by one word, can you tell me what you got out of the gathering? If you've ever attended the gathering, whether it's life-changing, powerful, healing, family, purpose, what is it? Give me one word that you will sum up what the gathering is. Those of you who are watching tonight, if you've ever visited or been a part of the gathering before, okay, somebody said they got the Holy Ghost. I love it. Come on, I need y'all to jump in. If you've ever attended the gathering before, give me one word that sums up the gathering in your life. Life-changing. I love that. Come on. A one-time word. I love it. The atmosphere was electric. Come on, I want y'all to see this. If you've ever attended the gathering before, let me know. Give me a one-liner, give me one word. What would you say the gathering is? Come on. But listen, spiritually fed. I love it. Y'all, let's come on in. Get your comments in. I love it. The youth being filled with the Holy Ghost. Yes. All right, guys. So we're getting ready to bring on our first guest. Are y'all ready? Come on. Somebody just drop in the chat. I told y'all, I need y'all to be interactive tonight. Let me know that you're with me, that you're a part of this feed tonight. But go ahead and drop in the chat. I'm ready. But one thing I want to say about the gathering, this next person I'm getting ready to bring on, is we had a wonderful time last week. So we had so much fun. We decided to do it again this week. You ready, Stephanie? I see you. Come on. Laquita, you ready? All right, I see you. But one thing about the gathering is bringing voices that just does not have influence, but it's bringing in people who have integrity, people who, when you come across their lives, when you connect with them, You said this person is making a difference. And these are the people, these are the voices that's going to be in the room for the gathering. And I'm so excited about bringing my first guest to the stage. I met her. I seem like I've known her for such a long time, but we met last year at another event in Atlanta, Georgia, and we just connected. We clicked. She had an amazing event. She had a conference earlier this year, and I had an opportunity to go and support and be a part of what she's doing. But she's a creative. She's a voice. She is a change maker. And tonight, will y'all help me welcome our first guest to the stage? That this will be her first year attending the Gathering 2026. Can y'all help me welcome Melissa L. Atkinson to the stage?
Hello, hello, hello. How are we doing today?
All right, Melissa, how are you?
I'm well. I cannot complain. Today's been a good day.
Listen, here's the saying. If you complain, it does no good. You just got to make a difference. Stop complaining and go fix the problem.
This is true.
Thank you so much for being with me tonight. I am so excited. You know, I've had an opportunity to sit with you, to experience the gifts, the talents that God has blessed you with. And I'm so excited to share with our audience of the gathering that the fire, the energy that you're going to bring into the room. Just tell everybody a little bit about yourself. You know, you have a podcast. You've been doing so many great things in this season. And here's something. Here's my truth. I didn't know. Were you in the military?
I was, yes.
I did not know that. See, you learn something new every single day. So go ahead and share with our audience. Tell us a little bit about who Melissa L. Atkinson is, and just a little bit about who you are, what you're doing. Tell us about your platforms and the things that you're doing. We want to hear from you tonight.
Okay, let's do it. Thank you so much for that introduction, Pastor Calvin. Hi, everybody. My name is Melissa L. Atkinson. And wow, where do I start? So I met Pastor Calvin last year at the Power Networking Conference. It was my first time ever hosting an event. And it was quite a large event too, but I was really excited about it. But the way I got that opportunity was by way of my podcast. I started a podcast at the end of 2024 called Hard Wig, Soft Life. And the reason for the name of that podcast, although it's a pun and it's intended and it's funny, is that I come from a life or a background of a lot of struggle, actually. I come from a background of multiple arrests, homelessness, evictions. I split the bottom half of my face at one point in life. And so I feel like anything that you can possibly think of happening to somebody has probably happened to me twice over. And I used to live in shame of all the things that have happened to me, right? When you go through traumatic life experiences, you start to feel alone. You don't want to share those experiences with people. And oftentimes we think that in order to have a soft life, oftentimes we think in order to have a soft life or to be worthy of a good life, you know, you have to be this amazing person or triumphant person, or you couldn't have gone through all these hard things and maybe your life would never change. And ultimately for me, I did put the work in my life. It was not easy. And my life has changed tremendously. I'm now age 35. I have a podcast. I have a business as a realtor with Compass. And I am blessed enough to go and speak on stages with people as wonderful as Pastor Calvin and some of our other peers. And so, yeah, I think my whole purpose is just to give a voice to those who think that they're voiceless and to provide hope to the hopeless, because I was a hopeless person before. And with my events, it's really just a celebration of who you are. I'm very proud of the fact that I get to show up as authentically as I can to any situation. So that's me in a nutshell.
Well, let me say this. The Bible tells us, Melissa, in Ecclesiastes 3rd chapter, it says, in everything there's a season. Mm-hmm. And sometimes in life, and just hearing your testimony and sharing, and I've had an opportunity to kind of do some research and share your journey on how you've been through what you've been through. And a lot of people will look at you today. They will see your glory, but they won't understand or know your story. Yes. And this is why I feel like that the people that's going to be in the room for the Gathering 2026 are people who are maybe experiencing some of the same things that God has allowed you to come through. And with this, and I use the premises or the foundation of what this conference was based on. It was bringing people into one space that when they leave, their life is going to be transformed. A lot of people are coming in there, they're going through issues, they're going through struggles that they can't even talk about. But then knowing somebody who has been able to overcome some obstacles or being able to be going through some of the same things that they're going through, I think this is why they need to be in the room. And what the Bible says sometimes there's a season, sometimes what feels like a disruption or is actually God introducing us to our next assignment. And everything that you had to go through in your life was leading to where you're at today. I mean, you're phenomenal communicator. I mean, you're doing some things, you're meeting some awesome people in this season of your life. But if you had to go back in the times where you thought you were all alone, you thought you were lonely, you thought that nobody cared, and life is what it was, this is it. God has a plan working in your favor. And the Bible teaches us, it says, all things work together for the good. And today, I believe that this is what your voice is echoing to a generation of people who, when they hear you, they hear the things that you have overcome, the things that you have been through, and they're going to be sitting there like, wow, 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 I can only imagine. But we are so happy to have you. I call you more like a cultural architect. And so you're bringing in the things it's like you're building and you're putting pieces together, but you're helping people frame their life at the same time.
Yes. Thank you for that. And it's funny that you use those exact words. I was talking to someone earlier, and that's exactly what I said. I said, like, I'm a person that is consistently building. I'm busy building, right? Whether it's building community by way of my events, whether it's building someone's dream with real estate, whether it's me building my own voice and building the voices of others on my podcast by sharing stories of resilience. And I think that true impact can be made one conversation at a time. It's important to have conversations. I think vulnerability is the point of connection. If I walked around and I never told anybody anything that ever happened to me or what was on my mind, it would be very hard to connect. And so, yeah, I thank you for that. And I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Well, I got a question for you tonight. What would you say at what point in your life, I mean, from going from homelessness to being arrested, at what point in your life did you feel that transformation happened? And how did it basically shape your life into who you are today?
That's a really good question. So I think it was an instance something that happened at work. So I had a human resource career for quite some time. So even though I was going through all these things, I did always have at least, a job, right? When I did have a job, I had a job at working in HR. And I had a staff member that had a misdemeanor that they needed to report to our director of HR. And I always have been a very personable person, even in corporate settings. And so this person was very worried and they were scared they were going to lose their job. And so I told them, hey, close the door to my office and let's talk. And I shared a little bit of my story. I said, well, I have a background myself and I'm here in this job. And so I don't think you have too much to worry about, just to kind of put their mind at ease. Mm-hmm. And that reaction that I got from her, that's the first time I'd ever told anybody anything like that at work, that I had ever been that transparent. Because I was brought up that you don't need to tell people what your struggles are, right? That you just need to deal with them and that's it. And so I told her, and that sense of relief that I could see that she got just stuck in my mind. And I always said, one day there will come a day where I reach a point of triumph or where I'm very proud of myself and where I feel like I can share this story with others, because sometimes your life is someone else's survival guide. And so that's kind of it just happened that way. But I always remembered that moment.
Wow. I mean, that is something where, my job as the minister of the gospel is just being able to share my journey, my walk. And, I can relate to that. Growing up as a PK, and for those of you who does not know what a PK is, that's a preacher's kid. So growing up as a PK, I had to find, I call it identity crisis. And I went through a season in my life where I was trying to be something or someone who I was not. and I was infatuated with the lifestyle of the streets. I was trying to be in the in crowd or the clique. And one day I woke up and after losing a very close friend of mine, and I'm just like, what am I doing? What if I was in a position to be a help or a person of hope? Maybe I could have my friend's life would have been different. Maybe I would have been able to help him along his journey, and to know that, one day we're going to have to leave this earth. And when we leave this earth, my job or my desire is to help people to reach their purpose and their goal, and to reach Christ and to know Christ. And I said that because I was trying to live this identity of someone else who I was not, I was missing the boat of being a hope and a help to somebody else. And I think, whether you know it or not, that's what you're doing. Because every time that you share your journey, every time you share what you have been through, and now when people look at you and they see, and I'll say it again, you're that cultural architect. You're helping people frame their lives and to see what they can do better. And this is where I recently attended your conference called The Intersection, and you hosted this event. This was your first event. We've talked about this.
Yes.
And hosting that event, what were you hoping for that people would experience when you did this event?
Something similar to what you said earlier about the gathering. For me, my main goal was I wanted to have a room or a space where people could authentically come as themselves, but also walk out feeling a few inches taller, walk out ready to tackle, that next project they have. The intersection was geared toward everyone, because everyone is at an intersection of something in life. And at some point, everyone is going to cross paths. And it was geared toward everyone, but also specifically the creative entrepreneur as well. And I know that oftentimes in life, we have those imposter syndrome moments. We feel like, I don't know if I can execute this idea. I don't know if it'll be good enough. I don't know if anyone will actually buy into it. And so my goal was for everyone to come and make genuine human connection, and then walk out feeling like, hey, if this girl put this event on, because I did it by myself in 5 months. If this girl could do this event, I can do anything. I can walk on the moon if I really felt like it. And that was my main goal.
Wow. Well, let me say this, and to all that are watching, this is why you need to get to the room. The gathering is taking place July 23rd through the 25th. We have some amazing voices that's going to be with us this year. Tonight, we are welcoming one of our moderators, and she will be speaking to us at the gathering, Melissa L. Atkinson. I want to say thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to be with us tonight. And listen, guys, if you have not registered yet, if you have not told anybody about the conference yet, if you are just sitting on the wayside, listen, there is more. I got to stop there, Melissa. I just want people to continue wanting more, to get in the room. If there was one thing that you would say to our people tonight that are watching, what would you say to them about getting in that room to the gathering?
Listen, I feel like it's a must. I feel like if you're somewhere in your life and you're like, hey, I don't think I can do the thing, I think I need a little bit more reassurance, or you just want to hear from someone else, hey, I've been where you are. I know that this is the correct room for you to be in.
Listen, guys, thank you so much, Melissa. Thank you for joining us tonight. We have some amazing guests that are joining us tonight. Listen, guys, if you have not shared or tagged somebody yet to watch this live experience tonight, as we are preparing, we're less than 1 week away for the Gathering 2026. And I want to tell you, there's something that is brewing in the room. And I'm telling you, it's getting hot. And if you have not made plans to get there, you need to get into the room. I need every last one of you to do one thing for me right now. Share, tag, invite somebody to join us live tonight. We have some amazing voices that have joined us tonight. They're going to be with us at the gathering. You just heard from Melissa L. Atkinson, and I am so excited about what she's going to bring, the energy, the excitement. Her voice is going to help you transform your life. I'm calling her tonight the cultural architect. So if you've got any area in your life that you need to get rebuilded, you need to get restructured, this is why you need to get to the room. I'm so excited tonight to have another special guest that is with us. And you know what? When we met, I'm actually traveling right now. I'm in Detroit, Michigan. And this is really a what I call a pivotal moment, when you find yourself going back to the place where you remember or recall something that truly happened. But this was almost a year ago to date. I was in Detroit, Michigan, and I was in a room, and this guy gets up to speak, and he starts talking about his journey. He starts talking about the things that he was getting ready that he had done in his life, and he was talking about um, a book that he wrote, and I'll let him share about it. I don't even want to talk about it just yet, but he was talking about some of the things that he had done, and from being in the Caribbean, he was actually having some major development that was happening in the Bahamas, of bringing a Disney World type amusement park, and he was almost completed with this development, and everything changed. And one day of him building, something happened. And tonight, uh, I'm so honored to welcome another amazing voice that you will hear at the Gathering 2026. But we just connected, and I went to an amazing event that he had in Atlanta, Georgia, called PNEX. And it is a room that is connecting and bringing people together. And it's a networking conference. And I had the opportunity to meet some amazing people. And tonight, I am so honored for him to be with us. And I want to welcome, I call him, he's not just an associate anymore, he's a friend. Every time I'm in Atlanta, I will hit him up, and we will break bread, and we will connect. But can y'all help me welcome to the stage tonight Delano Johnson, as he is going to be with us for the Gathering on July 23rd through the 25th. My brother, how are you? Your mic, we can't hear you. Make sure you're unmuted. Not yet. Try it again. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Can y'all hear me, guys? If y'all can hear me, drop in the chat. I'm still trying to catch you, Delano.
1 2. Can you hear me now?
We got you. There you go. We got you.
All right. Let there be sound.
Let there be sound. Listen, Delano, you're like the octopus, man. You have so many things happening. You are a thought leader. You are a business builder. You're the brand ambassador. So you got your hands in so many different hats. But, I wanted to welcome you to our audience to something that is very personal to me. This is something that we started. This will be our 4th year, and being able to connect with some amazing people who I've met along the journey, and who are going to be a part of something that started from a vision. It started from just a dream. And now look at where we're at today. And we are so honored to welcome you to our platform. Tonight is just a night to allow our people that are a part of the gathering to hear from some of the voices that they're going to hear from at the conference. And we're so excited to have you tonight. Come on, let the people know. Tell us a little bit about who you are, what you've been able to do, where you're from, all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah, well, first of all, let me just say, man, kudos to you. These types of events, I know what I'm talking about. These type of events are not easy, but you do it from a place of love. And once you do something from a place of love, God steps in because he is love. So you're using his energy, you're using his fortitude, you're using his anointing to get this done. So I'm praying right now for everyone who was on this call, who was listening in, who was watching. I'm praying that everything that's in misalignment will become aligned at the gathering, right? At the gathering. So I'm just excited for you. And I know we had some conversations about how it's going to happen this year. And I prayed for you a couple of times, and I said, God, just make it happen, make it happen, make it happen, make it happen. And so I'm just super proud to, first of all, to know you, to be a friend, to be called a friend. and to be a part of this amazing event. So my name is Delano A. Johnson. You already heard that. What you don't know is that I love music, I love God, and I love my wife and kids. Those are the things. Those are the things that I truly, truly, truly love. And I love God because of the relationship I've had with him over the years. He's been so many different things to me that it is impossible for me not to respect, not to love, and then not to give my life because of what he's done for me. If that's the only thing that I could do, it is the only thing I will do, which is to pledge my life to serve him. And so I grew up in the Bahamas. I've been nominated for a Grammy Award, Dove Award. I've been also a brand architect. I started off in civil engineering and architecture, and decided that graphic designs was probably the way to go. And from there, I applied God's grace, and before I knew it, I was in corporate America. I've had a really great run of about 34 years now in brand architecture at a corporate level, and worked with some amazing brands. Over, I think it's $4 billion in campaign management over those 34 years. So I've had a lot of fun, but what I'm really, really excited about now is being able to tap in to helping people unearth their gifts and their talents, right? Helping them to understand who they are and the responsibility they have when God gives you a talent. That's a whole sermon in and of itself. I'm going to be talking about that a little bit. As a matter of fact, I have a book here, and I want to do this if I can. I don't know if I got permission to do this or not, but I have a book here. I'm going to ask a question, and the person that gets it right, you get a free copy of this. I'll sign it, and this will be here.
Guys, y'all catch this. Yeah, I want y'all to tap in. Go ahead. He's giving away a free book tonight, so I need y'all to jump in these comments. Go ahead.
Now, listen, I want you to see who wrote the foreword on here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's Dr. Miles Monroe. It's my mentor. Yeah. So I'm going to ask a question a little bit later on, and the one who gets it right first, you're going to get this book signed by me, and I'll take a picture with you and all that. But I just love what God is doing here, and I'm excited about this event, my brother.
Now, I heard you mention something just a moment ago, and you call yourself the brand architect. And I love the title, but what does that mean? Help us understand that tonight.
So when I got into graphic designs, coming from civil engineering and architecture, I realized that creating a brand adheres to the same standards. So first of all, there is foundation, right? You got to start with the plot. And the plot is, what is your story? What are you building on, right? That's the bare minimum of what a brand is, essentially. And from there, you build a foundation. Now, the foundation is your laws. We call them either your core competencies, your corporate identity, and there's a lot of fancy names for it. But basically, it is the laws that govern who you are in and out of the eyes of the public, right? So when I start to look at that, it was just congruent to me. And I love the idea of not necessarily being out on a site working. I love working in front of a computer. I'm a geek when it comes to this. And it was just available during the time when I was making that shift. I just wanted to do more. Computers was the thing. AutoCAD came out. And just a little bit too late. I was still using T-squares and 45s when it came to drafting. But I wanted to first of all make sure that I understood how to erect and how to construct something that was in the mind. Because a brand, while we see images of it, the whole substance of what a brand is a concept and a story. And to be able to have that congruent and consistent throughout many different media, it is one of the biggest challenges that you could ever have. And so that fascinated me. And so that's why I basically took that. I actually own the URL brand architecture. So,
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Now, after kind of reading your bio, looking over your life's journey, one of the things that I read about you is that you faced a tremendous loss in your life.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what, I mean, and I won't say loss, but losses, from the loss of your mother, the loss of your father, the loss of finances. But what was that one thing that kept you moving forward, even though life became very difficult for you?
Yeah, that's an easy question. Words.
Mm.
Words that became cement in my character. I could not leave them. I could not forget it. Every time I looked, they were there, etched, right? They were cemented in this idea that God made me for a reason. And that whatever I went through was always and will always be preparation for the next stage.
Mm.
So even though things was hard, yeah, I made my first million at 33. I was on my way to being a double-digit millionaire. We was at about 8.5, and I lost everything. I took a gamble on an idea I had from I was a child, which is I wanted to build a water theme park. It was going to be about a $3 billion project in the Bahamas. It would be providing about 5,000 to 6,000 jobs. The government loved the idea so much. I had access to what we call crown land, which is basically land that I wouldn't have to pay for, and because of the economic impact. And so, you know, as a young entrepreneur, I would say one of the things that caused the demise, and I hope some entrepreneurs are listening, is that I didn't truly understand the difference between risk and recklessness.
Mm.
Risk.
Wow, I like that.
Yes. A lot of times, because we're entrepreneurs, we think we have the right to dream big, right? And to go crazy and to just do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you really have to learn how to harness and to use logic in your projections, right? Sometimes we build too fast, sometimes we build too slow. Sometimes we don't hire the right people. Sometimes we do hire the right people, but for the wrong time. So there's a lot of decisions, and a project as big as that, there was a lot of decisions that while I had great people around me, the buck always stopped with me. And so some of those decisions came back to haunt me.
Wow.
And, so yeah, that was one of the things about that specific project. But I don't regret any bit of it. I still own the intellectual property. We created characters that was going to be ambassadors to the world, and so I'm still happy about that. And actually, we're actually getting ready to do a serial with the main character. I have it somewhere in here, but yeah. So it's, even though you don't get to do the thing that you really want to do, there are other things that will be stepping stones to take you to something greater.
I love it. There's one more question I have for you tonight, and
Sure.
And in this question, and this was the first thing that when I heard you mention it, we were actually in Detroit, Michigan, and I love the concept that I just wanted to read your book just because of the title. But you wrote a book called Talented and Broke.
Yeah.
How do you believe people struggle to turn their talent into lasting wealth?
Yeah, man, that's the question right there. There's so much to this, my brother.
All right.
Here we go. Let's just go by definition. A lot of people don't really truly understand the difference between gifts and talents. Two different words, but we truly don't understand it. Matter of fact, let's go to Matthew chapter 25, the parable of the talents.
Love it.
Jesus gave a parable. It said the master went away, gave 1 talent 5, he gave another 2, and gave the next one 1. Now, for some reason in the Greek translation, we use the word talent, which means a measure of gold. However, we today use that word as a congenital ability. something that we were born doing. As we get older, we get better, but no one has to train us. It's innate. Anything innate into a human being, God put it there. So when we look at the word talent, we have to truly understand what the word talent means. So let's do a translation. The word talent, talentum, means a measure of gold, specifically about 140 pounds of gold.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the master gave.
Teach us.
The one who had one, he had 140 pounds of gold to manage. Now, check this out. Let's do the conversion in today's rate. I trade gold. I know exactly how much it is, about $4,092 per troy ounce right now.
Mm-hmm.
If we look at the conversion rate, the master actually gave the guy who had one talent, he gave him $8 million.
Wow.
The other one who had
Wow.
$16 million to manage. And then God had an expectation. So here's the thing, my brother. Is God a giver or is he an investor? Giving is the passage. That's just the action of me giving something, me getting something to you. But the expectation is I need an ROI from this. Now you say, well, how do I know that? Here's how I know. When God gives you seed, does he want seed back? No, he wants a tree. And from that tree, he wants fruit. And from that fruit, he wants an orchard.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he gave you to take care of you and your family and everybody else who come to you asking for money when they don't have it.
Well, I love this, and I'll tie this into it. This old Indian proverb, it would say that if you give me a fish, I'll eat for a day. But once you teach me how to fish, I can eat for a lifetime. And there are people here, and I don't want to go too more deep into it because this is why they need to get to the conference. All of you who are watching tonight, and let me tell you this, Delano, now you pushed me into a corner. We did something last week. We had our first live and conversations about the gathering. So I feel pressed because you're giving away something tonight. I want to give away something tonight. Woo! And here's what I am going to do. And then I'm going to let you ask this question because we're going to move on. We have some other guests. And we're going to let them get a copy of your signed book tonight. But here's what I'm going to do. And then I'll let you ask your question and see who can answer it. Mm-hmm. For everybody who registers tonight, and this will be for the first 10 people. I'm only doing it for 10. Mm-hmm. For the first 10 people who registers tonight, not those of you who are already on the payment plan, if you have not registered at all, I am going to do it again tonight. I'm going to do a buy one, get one. So if you have not registered, for the first 10 people that registers tonight, I am going to do a buy one, get one. So if you guys, I want y'all to go to wafinternational.org. And this is only for the first 10. So y'all need to get to moving right now. But I opened the floor last week. I had people calling me, Delano, all week long and saying, hey, is that special together? I said, no, it was just on the live. So you got to get on the live. So I need y'all to start sharing, tagging, inviting somebody to jump on right now. I may do it again, but for this moment right now, for the first 10 of you who register, you'll get a buy one, get one. All right, my brother, I'm going to let you take us home. Tell us what they can do to get a copy of your book.
All right, so I'm going to give the question right now. So here's the question. Listen really well. Why did the servant who had one talent not do what the master expected? Why?
I need y'all to go ahead and put these in the comments now. Whoever get this answer right, you're going to get a free copy of Delano's book. He's going to sign it and you're going to get a photo op. So I need y'all to go ahead and get these comments going right now. Go access the question again.
Why did the servant who had one talent, that's $8 million, why didn't he do what the master expected him to do? What was the cause?
All right, guys, go ahead and put your comments in. I got one in already. So if he's right, he may be the winner, but I'm gonna wait a second. I need some of y'all to go ahead and get your question in. your answers in. If you ask the question one more time so they can catch it.
All right.
I got the
Here we
second
go.
question.
Here we go. The servant who had one talent, why didn't he do what the master required of him to do?
I need y'all Bible scholars to jump in. Come on, where you at? Where the Bible scholars at? We got some Bible scholars tonight.
Yeah, you're only reading your Bible. It was right there. Come on now. I don't know what version of the Bible y'all reading. All right, we got it. I'm going to give it to, I see that's Serena Hill, 43, Serena Hill, 4358. She's the first one there. Great attempt from everybody else. And I do see a Cynthia Ahmed, 47. So they are actually at the same time. 47, they both answered. So I'm stuck. I got to give both of them the.
All right, Serena, Cynthia, y'all got a free copy of a book from Delano Johnson tonight. Y'all both got the answer right. Guys, thank y'all so much for jumping in. We are so excited for what's getting ready to happen. Cynthia, Serena, y'all got a book. Y'all got a free book. It's going to be autographed by Delano Johnson. So I want y'all to take this book, apply the principles that he wrote in this book. It's an amazing book. I've read it. And we're so excited to welcome you, Delano, to the gathering. We can't wait to see you. Listen, guys, the first 10 people tonight who registers, you're going to get a buy one, get one. It's only for 10. And if you're going to register, I want you to go right now to the website, wafinternational.org. The dates for the conference, again, is July 23rd through the 25th. And leaving tonight, Delano, tell somebody why they need to get to this conference.
The reason why you need to get to this conference is because God's going to be there. I close the mic. You want to show up where Kanye is? You want to show up where Beyonce is? Show up where God's going to be.
All right. I need y'all to make sure y'all are at the gathering 2026. The right answer, Diane, was fear. So he chose the word fear. So that was the answer. That's why he couldn't move. And some of you tonight that you have not made your way to get to this conference, you're saying, well, maybe I don't have enough money, or maybe if I had more time. But don't let fear cripple you from where God is trying to take you. And the Bible says, for God has not given the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. For those of you who are watching us tonight, thank you. Let's go ahead and drop in the chat that we are so thankful to have Melissa L. Atkinson tonight to be a part of this live conversation. Let's thank God tonight for Delano A. Johnson. I'm sorry. I got my A's and my L's mixed up, but we're so excited to have those creative voices to join us tonight. Listen, if you're watching from Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, listen, go ahead and tag somebody, share, tell them to get on this live conversation right now. We have another amazing guest, and I'm so excited to bring him to the stage. He is a TEDx speaker. He is a motivator. He is just all things to all people. He gets people excited. And I am so excited to welcome him to the gathering this year. This will be our first time having him, but I don't think it's going to be the last. Come on, gathering family, can y'all help me welcome Kaplan Mobley to the stage tonight? Mobley, we are so excited to welcome you tonight. I don't know where you're at. You're somewhere in this world. I don't know if you're on LA. I don't know if you're in Africa, but you are somewhere. But we thank God for you being a part of the gathering this year. One of the most important things that I think, you have the energy and that motivation that just gets people moving. So we're so excited to welcome you to the gathering this year. So tell the people about you. I mean, you've been blessed. I mean, you're on major platforms. You're speaking in front of major corporations and organizations. I mean, let the people know who's going to be at the gathering.
How's everybody doing? Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up. All right, awesome. It is an absolute pleasure to be here with you tonight and to celebrate the amazing antithesis to this amazing gathering that we will anticipate in a couple of weeks. I want to thank everyone who joined us live, but I want to thank everyone for what you do every single day to show up better. And I'm an author. I'm a speaker. I speak all around the world. and I help people to build better outcomes in their life, in their career, and in their being. So tonight I want to share you just, I'm really excited for the first gathering that I will attend, but I'm really excited about the disbursement, because the opposite of a gathering is a disbursement. It's what you take when you leave. And I think if we can be in the middle of helping you make better outcomes in your life, the changes that you need to make, the transformation that you need to seek, the courage that you need to have and embrace, the faith that you need to live and abide by, and the will that you need to take from this side of you and your heart and bring on the other side to create greater outcomes in your life, I'm excited to be a part of that. And that's what really inspired me to be excited about this movement, but also to be excited about meeting every one of you who will register to attend this amazing event. So my name is Kaplan Mowbray, and I'm looking forward to spending time with you, and certainly looking forward to this first episode of The Gathering.
Well, you know what? All things work together for the good. And when you understand, when the Bible says, Romans 8:28, all things work together for the good of them who love the Lord and which are called according to his purpose. I mean, we had the opportunity to meet by way of another good friend and associate of mine and of yours. And it's amazing. It is crazy. It just blows my mind of how God connects the dot. And we are so excited. I mean, for the things that you are doing and the lives that you are touching and the spaces that you're in. I just want to tell you, Kaplan, that we are so honored that you're going to be with us this year. And for the people who are watching tonight, and I want you to share tonight, what is one thing that in your journey that you've been able to carry to from where you started? I mean, when we have a gift, and this is what Delano was sharing with us tonight about gifts and talents, that a lot of times your gifts and talents are not in rooms where people appreciate it at first. Sometimes it's in the same, it can be in your same home where those that you think will support you don't support you, but then you find yourself going into another room and somebody said that was the best thing that they heard since sliced bread. But along your journey, what kept you, what strengthened you to be able to do what you do and now to lead where you're at today?
Thank you for the question. Just to give you a little bit of my story, it's important. The words have power. I had a great corporate career. I worked in some major corporations, and I was on track and really growing my career. And someone said, "Hey, can you come in and speak to my students and give them some advice? Anything that helped you to grow." What helped me was how I managed my brand. So I literally came in and gave a one-time presentation for this small group of students, and someone said these 4 words: "You changed my life." And literally those words changed my life. And it put me on a path to continue to help people drive better outcomes in their life. I wrote this book called The 10 Ks of Personal Branding. I'll also, Delano, thank you so much for starting that trend. I will give a free copy away as well.
Wait, don't pass that. Say it again. Tell them again.
A free signed copy of this book to someone at the end. I'll have a question. Thank you, Delano, for starting that for me. I'll have a powerful question at the end for someone as well. And I've been all around the world speaking, but it started with those 4 words: "You changed my life." And so what happened is, after that, I decided to write a book based on my presentation to help people really grow their career and grow their brand. Now, the reason why it's important to have a strong brand is because we were brought into this world to be significant. And a lot of people play the significant, not the significant.
Mm.
So when you have a brand, you become known for something so you can be more to someone or something else, and God's given us that gift, that perspective. So my goal and my purpose in life is to help people to be more significant, to find a way to be known for what they do and who they are, to celebrate the power of their being, but also to be intentional about the impact they can have on others and in this world. And when you do that, and when you're known, you can grow your career, you can grow your business, you can grow your faith, you can grow your perspective, but most importantly, you grow your being, you grow who you are. So that really challenged me. And I've spoken at the Super Bowl, I've been on CNN, I've been to major venues all around the world. But at the end of the day, we all have a conversation with ourselves every single day as to who we're going to be. And the question, I'll say this at the gathering, the question is, are you a question or are you an answer?
Mm.
Are you a question, Or have you built a life of significance so that you are an answer in every room that you're in? Because every room that you're in, you're supposed to be there. So I celebrate everyone. I celebrate the work that you've done, the work that you have done, the life that you've lived, the journey that you've brought to this world to be significant. Because to be significant is an honor. And we have to honor the gift of our time, our effort, our being, and our faith.
Wow. All right, guys, go ahead and drop in the comments right now. If you're a question or you're an answer, go ahead and respond. And tonight you're going to receive a free signed copy of Kaplan's book. I want y'all to go ahead and let's fill the comment sections up. We're not done yet. We have some amazing voices still left to come. I want you to go ahead and drop your answer. Are you a question or are you an answer? Listen, we have been blessed. We've been graced for God to put us in the room with some amazing voices. And I believe that through this conference, this is an event that you don't want to miss. We're going to be helping you unlock some doors. We got keys that's going to help you level up in your life. If you have a car and you don't have the keys, it's all right to have the car, but you can't use it because you don't have the keys. Tonight, I want you all to make plans to join us for the Gathering 2026. It's going to be happening July 23rd through the 25th right here in Tampa. And if something that you've heard thus far tonight, we've had some amazing voices, Melissa L. Atkinson, Delano A. Johnson. Now we have Kaplan Mowbray on. And I'm telling you, there's something that's going to be released. This is why you need to get into the room. If you can't make it, maybe you know somebody that needs to be in this room. Maybe you can't make it yourself. Well, you should share the information. Let them know that this is that one event that they don't want to miss. Kaplan, we have some questions. Some things that some people don't drop some comments. I see Laquita says, I am an answer.
I love it.
Says, I am an answer. Neil Studio says, I am an answer that's still discovering new questions about itself.
You know, Pastor Calvin, going to Neil Studio, your question about green, and that was going to be my other question is, what is the significance of green? I get that question all the time. I wear this green tie whenever I speak, and people always ask, what's up with the green? Wherever you are in the world, even in the desert in Abu Dhabi, when you look outside the window or walk outside and you see the color green, you're witnessing what? Growth. Wherever you are. So my goal, my purpose, my mission is to help people to grow their life, their career, their mind, their perspective. Wherever you are, green is a symbol for growth. So that's the psychology Neil Studios behind the brand, but it's also a mission and a commitment to help you grow. And that's my mission. And certainly, when we come to the gathering and we're together, my goal is to galvanize the growth that is awaiting to happen in you, and turn the gathering into an amazing disbursement. Because when you leave, it's not what happens in the room, it's what happens when you leave. So the power of the gathering is actually the power of the disbursement.
Well, and this was one of the things, and that's why I'm so thankful to God for the voices that we definitely have this year. And one of the things is that I've never wanted to create an event where people are just coming in there one directional. I believe that what God does is he is bringing pieces, like my hands can't do what my feet do, and my ears can't do what my fingers do, and my eyes can't do what my toes do. But all of these areas or things that I've just mentioned make up the body. And I believe that with what God has gifted you with, Kaplan, and other voices that are coming is going to help complete the entire body, so that when people come into the room of the gathering, they're going to come in one way, but they're going to leave feeling complete. They're going to leave feeling whole. They're going to leave feeling that they can do anything. And most importantly, something you said tonight, they're going to leave knowing that they are green, because wherever they're planted at, they will be able to grow. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So all right, who's going to get this free copy of this book?
We have at the 8:58 mark, we have Neil Studios, Diane Brown, and Laquita Fox. So what that means, I'm going to give away 3 signed books. So I will see you at the gathering to sign this book. And I look forward to seeing you very, very, very soon.
You know their name? Goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. So goodness and mercy will come and get you and let you pass over that other place. Tell your neighbor, say, I know I'm going to pass over.
Guys, listen, Pastor Calvin here, and let me personally invite you to the Gathering 2026. You don't want to miss this year. We have guests coming in from Africa, from the UK, from the Caribbean, from all over the US. And the only thing that is missing is you. Make sure you join us July 23rd through the 25th right here in Tampa, Florida. You don't want to miss this year's gathering. It's going to blow your mind.
The Gathering 2026. If God has been stirring something in your spirit, if you know there's another level He's been preparing you for, don't wait on this one. This is not just a conference. It's a divine appointment, a movement, a moment where heaven meets us and shifts things in our lives forever. Secure your spot today. Make those hotel reservations. Lock it in. Visit wafinternational.org to register and book your room through our group rate. You do not want to miss what God is going to do.
Listen, we're back. Here's what I want you to understand, that no matter what happens, there's always that push. That I just experienced a technical issue, but guess what? I made it a point to keep pushing until I made my way to get back to where I needed to be. And this is why I'm telling all of you today, you need to make sure that you can push to get to the Gathering 2026. I believe that there's something about unity. There's something about coming together. And the Bible teaches us that where 2 or 3 are gathered together in the room, there He is in the midst. And God wants to show up and meet you where you need to be. Listen, I want to thank our special guest tonight, Kaplan Mowbray. He was amazing. Guys, get ready. Please share to somebody that this is why they need to get to the Gathering. We had some wonderful voices tonight. We've heard from Melissa L. Atkinson. We've heard from Delano A. Johnson. We've heard from Kaplan Mowbray. I'm telling y'all, we got some free books. So I need to make sure that y'all connect with them. They're going to be bringing in some amazing contents and products that we want to support and make sure that we can tap in to the gifts and talents that God has given them. I want to say it again. If you have not registered yet, the first 10 people that registered tonight, we're doing a buy one, get one, a BOGO. So I want to make sure. I love something that Kaplan said, that he wears a green tie everywhere he goes. And when you look out the window, if you're in the desert and if you see anything that is green, it represents growth. Are y'all ready to grow? Are y'all ready for your life to be changed? Get to the gathering. Listen, we have room for you. We want you not just to come, but we want you to experience it. So we have hotel room rates that are personally selected for the gathering. So I want you to go to the website right now, wafinternational.org. Go ahead and register. Go ahead and book your room. You don't want to miss. These are just some of the voices that's going to be there. We have a list of amazing speakers that's going to be with us for 3 days. This is why I don't want you to wait. Register tonight. Listen, I am so excited. You know, sometimes they say that good things come to those that wait. Listen, I need y'all to do me a favor. Go ahead and tag somebody. Share this link. Tell them to join in. I have another amazing guest that I want to share with you tonight. Listen, I want to bring, for a few years, we have been knowing each other. She has been a breath of fresh air every time she's in the room. She's always smiling. And the last time we were together, we were talking about some of the things that she was doing. And let me tell you, something she said that just sparked my interest. I'm like Delano on this. I'm a techie guy. I love when things are changing and moving and shifting. And I always like to be on the cutting edge, and I like to make sure that I am in the know of what's happening. So tonight, I want to welcome another voice that's going to be with us at the gathering. And I tell you this, good things come to those that wait. And this next voice that you hear is going to help you change the way that you think about technology. Demetrius, welcome to the stage tonight as we are celebrating the live experience for the gathering. Now, I didn't know you were as talented. You know, I know you from the fitness arena. I know you from helping people get their fit check together. Like, you know what? Don't be sitting there on the couch. Don't be sitting there eating those bag of potato chips and drinking all of the soda pops. But, you know, I'm telling my age right now, the soda pops. But these are the things that I just know that, you know, you're a woman of God. God has gifted you. I mean, you're in so many different rooms now. But then you're going to teach us about AI in the church. But before we get into that, tell us a little bit about Demetrius, what you do. I mean, you know, you're helping people change their lives every day by becoming the best version of themselves.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, thank you for the opportunity and thinking of me. But a little bit about me. Of course, I'm Demetrius. I am a minister of the gospel. I do a lot of things, but most of all, like Bishop Calvin said, I do love to help people. I love to travel and I love my family and have fun. So that's really about me in a nutshell.
Well, in that process, you're helping people become a better version of themselves. And for me,
Absolutely.
I love fitness and I love health because, you know, if we really look at it, health is wealth. And one of my mottos is the Bible teaches us, it says that we're presenting our bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God. Now, I've taken that scripture literally, and I said that, God, if I am going to do the work that you've called me to do, I want to be the best version of myself. And if I'm able to do that, I can't sit there and be eating donuts at 12 o'clock at night. I can't sit there and not be able to run across the room or run through airports because I will be giving out of breath. And I got one experience I want to share before we get into it. I was in London. I was at the airport, and my ticket it says that this was the gate. I went all the way to the gate, and I had about 10, 15 minutes to spare. So I go into a store, and I said that I got this long 10, 12-hour flight coming back to the US. So I'm gonna go in here and grab some snacks. And I'm just killing time, just la da 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 da. And so they're boarding. So now I come out of the store and I walk to the ticket count. To board the plane. And the lady tells me, she says, "Oh, your gate has changed." And I'm telling you, everything in me, my flight is boarding in about 10 minutes. Going to shut the door.
God.
I had to literally run. And this was from one side of the airport to the next. And it was probably maybe 50 to 60 gates away.
Oh, wow.
And I took off and started running. And I was so tired. But God showed me, he says, this is why you keep your body physically fit in order for me to be able to use you. If I was not any kind of way, in any kind of shape, I promise you I would have missed that flight. And there was times as I was running, I was like, I'm tired. I just want to stop. This is too much. I know I'm going to miss this flight, but something in me just said, keep going, keep going, keep going. And when I got to the gate, I'm sweating, I'm tired, I'm breathing, I'm out of breath. But I said, the Lord reminded me, he says, this is why you present your body as a living sacrifice. So in times like this, I'll be able to use you. And this is what I love about you, and how you just continue to push people to their purpose and to who they are. But tell us what's going to be happening at the gathering this year. What are you coming to be able to share with our people?
Well, this year I'm going to talk about AI in the church. And I know there's a misconception about AI and how people have a very negative attitude towards it. But there are some good things about it, that you can use it to further your kingdom, further the kingdom of God, to help your church become more productive. For instance, so I've created a software that helps my church with visitor to discipleship. We do evangelism with it. We use it for social media. So there's so many things. The possibilities are limitless, right? So you just have to have the perspective of what it can do for your particular church and for the kingdom of God. So that's basically what I'm going to talk about, is how you can use it to go further.
Well, I don't want to get into what you're going to be teaching, but I do want to say, the theme of the conference is building the future. And with this is why I felt that it was so important for your voice to be shared, to kind of bridge the gap. And I know a lot of people have a lot of misconceptions or thoughts or ideas or perceptions about AI. But if they're here to stay, then how could the church benefit from it? And this is why I want to tell all of you tonight, you want to get to the gathering. There's some amazing voices. Demetrius, if there was one thing that you want to share to our audience tonight, what is the one thing or takeaway that you would tell them why they need to get to this conference?
One thing I would say is, you never know what you will hear that will take you to that next level in God. So we all have a purpose, we all have a plan, but sometimes we have to prepare for that next season. And you never know what you're going to hear that's going to take you down that path that God has for you. So I would definitely be there, because you never know.
Listen, guys, this is why you need to get to the gathering. Demetrius, thank you so much for being with us tonight. Thank you so much for sharing. I just wanted to introduce our audience to some of the amazing voices that's going to be with us. Thank you for all who have hung out with us from the beginning to the end of this Conversations Live of the gathering. I want you to make plans to join us July 23rd through the 25th. It's going to be an amazing time. We're going to go higher. And I believe that this conference is going to change your life. Sometimes it's not what you hear is, but who hears it first. And if I can hear it and it calls me to change my life, sometimes I just need to be in the atmosphere. I need to be in the room. And if there are 2 or 3 that are gathered and the Lord is in the midst, that's where I want to be. I want to thank all of my amazing guests tonight. We've heard from some amazing speakers from last week and this week. And I'm telling you, this is just a few of the voices that's going to be with us at the Gathering 2026. It's going to be happening next week, July 23rd through the 25th. I want you not just to be in the room, but I want you to have an experience. Come register, go get the hotel rates, stay at the hotels. We're going to be at the Grand Hyatt this year, and you don't want to miss it. I need all of you to do me a favor. Drop in the comment real quick, raising the standard. Come on, this is our theme for this conference. We're raising the standard and we're building the future. I want you to register tonight. Bring your family, bring your team, bring your church, and together, let's raise the standard. I told y'all, I didn't want y'all to just be here, but I need y'all to interact. The scripture tells us it's not just be a hearer of the word, but I need y'all to do it too. Listen, guys, for the first 10 of you who registered tonight, thank you, because this is an opportunity where we are offering a buy one, get one. I want to thank all of my guests tonight who joined us, who was a part of this amazing conversation. Thank you so much. And I believe that your best is yet to come. I want y'all to get ready, because these 3 days are going to change your life. This is the season that we're going to raise the standard, because we're building the future. God bless you guys, and I can't wait to see you at the Gathering 2026.